Okay, so we're gonna have you start with name, year, and what school you go
Okay. Hi, I'm Kristine. I am. Shoot, I already forgot. God, this is so bad. Okay.
Your name?
Hi, I'm Kristine. I am currently a junior, rising senior at Loyola University.
Hi, my name is Alex Watts, and I am a graduating senior at Towson University.
I'm Sara, Mckee. I am a graduating senior this year from Towson High School.
My name is Kellan Marriott.
My name is Mariah, and I am a graduating senior at Towson University.
Currently, I have been working with managing the Arts in the Park event that will be happening in October. I also have now become a part of managing our social media platforms and creating content for our organization so that we have more of a presence on the internet and social media platforms. So,
Like, in terms of like what I've done with the Towson Arts Collective, I've been here for like, I think almost a year now. So like after like June or July, I think it should be a full year. So I guess the projects I remember the most are kind of like the recent ones, like the soiree. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, that was really fun getting to like see all these people like dressed very fancy and then like talking to them about her, and then serving them like drinks and like not food, but yeah, just being able to talk with them just about like their thoughts on the collective was really fun. The Cromwell Arts in the Park event was a lot of fun, even though like it was a bit stressful because it was raining on that day and it was really gross. Not in terms of like the people at the event, but just like the humidity. It was really hot, and then just like everything was like super wet.
One of the main projects I was working on was creating an online call for entries form. And typically artists would drop off their artwork and application and just like on the specific day. And so through the online application, they were able to fill all of this out and complete payment in advance. And this helps the process of like creating labels and collecting all the information on artists.
I think my internship has been like a huge variety from a whole bunch of different areas and categories. I mean, when I started in like September, it was more just like getting the lay of the land, figuring out how the whole gallery process worked and how art went up, how art went down, and then just how the community was. And then it kind of slowly transformed into more of a like event planning with Arts in the Park, a lot of interacting with the community, and then the business side of things with accounting and social media, Facebook, Instagram, promotions.
My main observation, I would say, is that the Towson Art Collective is a very like community-oriented gallery. Like it's not just like exhibitions in the space. It's field trips, community events, festivals. Like I just had the chance to go to the Garden Stay in Towson, and we also went to field trips like to the Immigration Museum, and those were all like really fun.
So many lessons, and I'm still learning. Every day that I come here, I learn something new, truly.
I think that it's given me a lot more insight into the complexity of it. I think that I didn't think it was easy, but I think I used to think it was more, I don't know, general. And I've realized now that there's so much that goes into every aspect of it. It's like the promoting events and then just like getting things out on time when it comes to like the collecting art and like deadlines and stuff like that, and just how much it takes to actually run an art gallery. So, and then beyond that, it just must be even more. So it's definitely shown me that there's a lot behind the scenes that people don't see right away.
I didn't realize how much behind the scenes really go into like events, field trip coordinating, and like how many people you have to really talk to in order to get things done. And so I really appreciate that there is a lot of team and communication that goes around with it, and that's something I learned from that, and it was really, really cool to experience it.
A lot of the people that are involved, whether they're members, fellow interns, or Elizabeth and other people that are a little higher up on the board, they're so welcoming and so smart and so experienced, and they truly want everyone who, you know, is an intern to learn so much. They really push you to go outside of your comfort zones and the projects that you're working on. And I know Elizabeth specifically, during my interview for this position, she asked me what I was comfortable with and what I had already known in terms of like working in gallery settings or with curation of shows, things like that. I told her everything that I've done already, and then she focused on one thing and was like, how are you with marketing? And I'm like, oh, I don't know anything. And she was like, how are you with web design? And I was like, I also don't know anything. And she was like, that's what we'll be focusing on in your internship.
I feel like people have already said this, but Elizabeth really does like to teach you different skills that you've never done before. And so I like that she's willing to teach us new things, because I know some people don't really like to teach you anything different, and they kind of just allow you to like do whatever you're already good at instead of like growing from something you haven't done before. And so Towson Arts Collective really did like hone in like skills I've never done before, and it was something that I really appreciated from her.
I think I would, like, the lessons I've taken away are just like kind of like all the needs of an art gallery. I didn't really understand them before, and just like kind of like understanding kind of like the outreach part of it, kind of like doing all these event setups, and just like in general just like cultivating a community of people just by like going out of your way to converse with people just about like art, and just like because they love making art. I just think that's like really important to like kind of just keep that community engagement level.
The best and most memorable shows are the ones where people can participate along with artists in some way, whether that's like workshops or like artist talks, things like that. And I had known vaguely before coming here that that was a thing. I just don't think I realized how important it is, the inclusivity of everyone.
Well, I think that it's very open to all different types of, not just art, but also different types of people and backgrounds. And I think that it's very welcoming whenever people come into the gallery and just come in and look at the art. It's always a very welcoming and calm environment to come into. And I think it's just like a safe place that everybody can have fun in and just enjoy their time here.
Like, it's very welcoming, and there's lots of different people at different stages in their careers. Like, some of the artists are retired, some of them are students, some people are just, you know, starting out, self-taught, or went to school. I just like, you can just kind of like bring your work, like bring whatever you want, and it's very open and accepting.
I think my view is it's a lot less serious than I guess not serious, but a lot less pompous or pretentious as many people believe it to be, at least from my personal experience with local galleries. And it can be very intimidating, especially having no experience in a gallery setting, to just be thrown in. And there's a lot of roles you have to partake to be successful in this type of position. You have to know how to talk to people, you gotta know how to multitask really well. There's so many different facets that go into having monthly shows here, and it sounds like a lot, but if you're really good with time management, it is doable and it's worth it, because when you have those receptions every month it is so rewarding to just have everyone in the community come together and talk and look at things and learn from each other, which is like the whole point.
It really gives like you such a great perspective on just like these people's backgrounds, just gives you an appreciation just like for just like how unique everyone's sort of like artistic vision is in terms of like what they want to set out to do, whether it's like for humor, whether it's like serious, or whether it's like a political statement in any way, or whether it just wants to be like aesthetically pleasing to someone so that like they can sell it to someone and like that makes them like fulfilled in their own way, that like their art makes someone happy, and it's not necessarily deep. It's just like really just like seeing like all this art at the Towson Arts Collective just gives you such like a great perspective on just like all the like different like cultural viewpoints from all these like great like individuals. Just being able to have like kind of like the courage and bravery to even display your art out there is like, it really is like sort of like kind of like I guess like empowering, but also just like it takes a lot of courage to do that, as I said before, and I really like admire and respect like all the artists here.
I don't know. The idea of pursuing art in the past, I always felt like it just was unrealistic or not something I could do, and I feel like this experience has really opened up a new world for me.
I don't really know. I didn't have a lot of expectations, but I think that it was such a good, well-rounded experience that I know for people in high school, it would be a great experience for them to have just like on their, like as a reference, and getting all of that knowledge, I feel like it puts you above some of the people that don't have any experience in that world.
In terms of hard skills though, definitely the business management and everything that goes into fundraising as well. Those are all important transferable skills, I believe, that I have acquired through this internship that I feel will benefit me in future jobs.
To hear it.
Word.